What's good? I am chilling, hanging out with my mom for the week and spring break, and I'm chilling. Whenever I get a chance to get away, it allows me to reflect and just spend time thinking and contemplating, not bad things, just contemplating my life and who I am. I am always on the go. Right now in my life, I work full time as a teacher. I counsel couples part-time. I do an after-school program with the students in my school. And I'm in school full-time, working on my admin so I can be an assistant principal, what so have you. It's tough. So I don't ever really have much time to just sit and reflect and relax. So when I do, my mind starts to race. So it's not like I'm on vacation and my mind is restful. I'm on the go so much that when I'm on vacation, my mind is on a lot of things that are like self-reflecting, right? A lot of it is about what I've accomplished, type of people I have in my life, how I add to people, how they add to me, things like that. Where I am in my relationship with God, am I representing Him well? Things like that. So whenever I get a chance to get away and really vacation, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to vacation. I'm looking to relax, rest, and not get into too much, So I'm going to process with you guys there's a lot of lizards all over the place. Recently processing. Just thinking, I spend a lot of my time doing for others and meeting others' needs. Spend time building and supporting other people. But like when I look at my life, right, and I reflect on the people I have, and I love the people that I have in my life, on occasion I just ask myself, there are times when even Dre, needs some things, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like needing anything. I tend to go through life handling it. You know what I'm saying? If I need something, I handle it. I do what I need to do to make sure that the need is met. And I'm like that with other people. Like if anybody needs something from me, I handle it. I make sure I help meet that need. But like my mother's really good with this. Like she'll call me up, just hey, how's everything going? Do you need anything? Like is there anything I can help you with? My mother's really good for that, right? But outside of her, I don't really have many people in my life that would just say, Dre, what do you need? Usually the people in my life lean on me to help them with a need that they have. They need this, they need that. And there are even times when I mention something that I may need and I'm sort of like not taken seriously. I'm not sure if it's because I'm so accustomed to handling it and that people are accustomed of me handling my own business. But I don't know if I have anybody really outside my mom who definitely checks on me and helps me with things that I need, that really checks on me and say, hey, Dre, how are you doing? Is there anything I can help you with? Do you need anything? I don't really have that. Pastor Dave is a good one. Pastor Dave is like that. Pastor Dave Watson. And again, like when Pastor Dave asked me if I need anything, there is zero strings attached, which I appreciate him for. But then again, I'm not one to say, hey, if somebody asks me for, let's be honest. If somebody was to ask me, hey, Dre, do you need anything? I'm probably going to say no. Maybe it's pride. I don't really like leaning on people. And I think a lot of that has to do with me not wanting to be dependent on anybody or feel like I owe anyone anything. But outside of that, there's not many people that come to me, if any, that just say, hey, Dre, do you need anything? And there are moments, in the past like 2-3 years, I've had multiple moments of burnout where the people in my life keeps asking me to do things and meet their needs when they don't really seek out how they can meet my needs. So a lot of times, and this is just me being, reflective and open, because I don't got it all together. And there are even moments, I have moments where I'm like, Dad, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, and I just want to just rest, But there's always like somebody that needs something from Dre, something emotional, something physical, something digital. I'm always sought after for a specific need that somebody has, but it's rare that people reach out to me and ask me what I need and how they can help me and assist me. It's always, majority of the times, it's the other way around. And I experience burnout several times a year. Most times, if my phone rings, I won't even look at the call ID because I'm concerned. Who's gonna who wants something from me now, right? Who wants something from me? And I know that people. I'm strong enough under God to with God's help to help people. Like my calling is to help people. My calling is to be there for people, to meet the needs of people. But I experienced burnout emotionally, physically, spiritually, when and I'm thankful for the spiritual part because every morning the first thing I do is spend time with God. I'll get into the scriptures, and every single thing that I approach in life, I'm asking myself, will me doing this dishonor God in any way? Even if it's seem like a right thing, will I dishonor God? So spiritually, I have been at a really, really major high because I spent more time with God, praying for my needs and just acknowledging Him when the bad things happen, saying, He's God anyway. So that's been good. But the emotional burnout, the physical burnout has been a real thing for me in the past 2-3 years. Because I don't really have anybody that really seeks out what Dre wants and what Dre needs. It's usually the other way around. So I spend a lot of time just alone, retreating so that I can decompress and relax. And I go to work early so that I can have some time to just chill before I have to edutain 45 students, all right, for 5 to 6 hours out of the day, and then with the after school, entertain 60 kids for another 2 or 3 hours. It's a lot, and then when I come home, I have to engage with my family. It's like Dre is always performing in some way, form, or fashion. And then when Dre relaxes and he has time to himself, people want things from Andre, and he can't really get the time that he needs for himself, or even to do what he wants. People can have time throughout the day to do everything that they want to do, right? And then when they see me, right, and they see me relaxing, they want to say, hey, you need to be doing this also. I need you to do this. It's hard. It's hard because again, like I don't really have anybody, looking out for me in that way. I remember Pastor Dave Watson saw me working so hard one time. Like I was like in school full time, working on 2 master's degrees at the same time, and he bought me Knicks tickets. He bought me and my son's Knicks tickets, and we went to a game. I don't really have anybody in my life like that. I'm the one always, looking to do things, and people in my life expect me to do those things for them. And at times it's exhausting. And again, I don't mind meeting those needs on occasion because that's like, it makes me feel good that I can help people out. But eventually you pour out so much to people and people aren't reciprocating it back, you'll experience burnout, right? And it's not like, I'm the type of person where even my worst enemy, if they need something from me, I'll help them out. Even the people who have ragged on my name, lied on my name, I will go out my way to help them out. It doesn't matter who it is, because I don't want to see anybody suffering in any way. Even if they made me suffer, I don't want to see them suffer. If they've made me suffer, it is what it is. That's between them and God. I forgive them. I move on. But if I see them suffering after they've made me suffer, it makes me feel hurt, and I want to see them win. Even if I know they don't like me, I want to see them win. And it's difficult, because even then, right, there's this burnout there, because on occasion, and me keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that, even I get to the point where I start to think to myself, got bugs flying all over the place. I start to think to myself, like, dag, like, I'm not really appreciated. I'm out doing all this stuff, sacrificing, even for the ones closest to me, and there's almost zero to no appreciation for it. Dre got to keep performing. Hey, honestly, it feels at times it's like dance monkey dance. You exist so that I can be pleased, and I can be so that you can engage me. So engage me, Dre. I need you to do that. Now, even the YouTube channel, I don't feel like that with my YouTube channel. My YouTube community, my Harrison extended family, I post a video in the chats. I'm engaging with you guys in the chats. There's an exchange there where I can be given information and you can be given information. You receive the information and you appreciate it. And even if you don't agree, you know my heart, so you can appreciate it. But I feel like right now I may be at a season of burnout again. And it's going to happen like maybe 3 or 4 more times this year. And you know what, though? What's crazy is you don't really realize how burnt out you are, or that you're getting to burnout, until you get to a place where you're relaxing and you don't have any expectations or deadlines for like 2 or 3 days. And then you're like crashing because you don't want to do anything. And then you start saying, wow, I was doing way too much. I needed this rest. I needed this relaxation. Yeah, it's like that time where I'm just like, thinking, pondering, processing, reflecting. And even reflecting on the people that I have in my life. Like, do they really appreciate me? And do they reciprocate what I put out in order to help them with their expectations of me, their needs, of meeting their needs, Yeah. One of those like mental health things where, talking to somebody always helps. And, on occasion I'll see a counselor and process that. Because like, even though I'm a counselor as well. And, counselors need counselors. Teachers need teachers. Pastors need pastors. Presidents need presidents, things like that, to help keep them going. And I'm in like a season right now where, a moment, like I say, it's season, a moment where I'm realizing or processing how much I'm doing for others, and really asking myself, are the people that I'm doing for reciprocating in any form of fashion, reciprocating, the effort I'm putting into them back to me? Has been one of those things sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay to process those things. And what I tend to do is, as I'm processing, I give it to God. I don't usually complain about things. Certain things I will mention. But I really don't need to complain about it, because I know people who complain about everything. Everything. I don't complain about everything, Certain things need to be addressed. And certain things, I'm going to give it to God. I say, God, I need you to handle it. Especially with those people who, I think I got a bug. Especially those people who are Christian, who are, spirit-filled. If they seem to take heed to the Holy Spirit, I'll give whatever it is that I have to the Holy Spirit, and ask Holy Spirit to intervene there in either way. So, I don't really live my life stressing about much, if anything. Like last summer, water comes in my basement because of that storm, and I handle it. I go to the store, get some wet dry vacs. You know, driving home, I get stuck in the water and floods. My car seized. I get out the car. I take the wet dry vac, put it on my head in the pouring rain, walking through waist high water so I can get home to make sure that my house has more than one wet dry vac so we can, you know, salvage the basement. When things go wrong, handle it. But usually I'm the only one handling it. Too much of that without somebody pouring back into you will lead to burnout. Which is why it's very important that you make sure that you have people in your inner circle, people in your oikos, people in your community that you pour into and they pour back into you. You know, make sure that you got people in your life that don't expect you to keep entertaining them and engaging them the way they want you to do. And when you meet that, you know, you can't have any expectations or of them reciprocating it, because then when you do, you are looked at less than. Don't do that. And it's one of those things that men could probably identify in the dating stages. That's one of those things that men really need to be looking for as well. Are you dating somebody who expects you to give them the world and they don't want to do anything? Red flag. And I guess that goes for both young women who are dating and young men who are dating as well. But yeah, and still in everything, right? My strength comes from the Lord. And it is his sustaining power, guidance of the Holy Spirit. They that wait upon the Lord, right? They that wait upon the Lord. I lean on him for a lot. And I know that I lean on him, but I don't really expect God to move the way I want him to move. I want God to move the way he moves. And I want me to be willing to go with the flow of how God moves in my life, whether it may seem favorable to me at the time or not. God, I want you to move. And there were some things in my life in the past that went really south that I had no control over. And I'm like, you know, God, I give it to you. It is what it is. You get the glory. And it flowed. You know, I'll go against the tide of everybody else. I'm not going against God's tide. You know, I'm flowing with that. Yeah, I just want to encourage you guys to make sure you guys have the right people in your life that will reciprocate what you pour out to them. Because you can go a certain time frame with performing, with entertaining or edutaining those in your circle, right? Without them reciprocating anything to you or pouring back into you. But eventually you're going to burn out. And to avoid burnout, you want to make sure that you surround yourself with people who can pour back into you. Very important. Very important. All right. So with that being said, I'm done talking. I'm done with this rant. And I want to encourage you guys. I do appreciate my Harrison Extended family, each and every one of you guys. If you haven't done so yet and you haven't liked the video, please like the video. You don't have to if you don't want to, because this isn't my usual video. And I'm posting it because I can't go live tonight. But yeah, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, and by subscribing you'll be joining the Harrison Extended family. Hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when I upload new videos like I'm doing right now, or if I go live like I usually do on Tuesday nights. And yeah, if you would like to support the channel monetarily, just show some support. We have inexpensive tiers, third cousins, second cousins, first cousins, and siblings. By doing so, you can join the Harrison Extended family that way by hitting the join button down below and selecting one of the tiers to support monthly. Or you can go to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values, and you can be a Harrison Extended family member there as well. I appreciate you guys listening to my rant. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you guys feel like you have the right amount of people in your life that pour into you, that you pour into? Or do you feel, you know, I can use more people in my life that will pour into me in a reciprocal way that I pour into, right? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Until the next upload or live stream, I'm out. Peace.